how they can communicate with the clubs. So it's a funny way actually, quite fun, but it takes a lot of commitment to do this. It's what you call arranging an all-star game. Now, all-star game, you create a series. Now that series has 2 times. You play games twice, like a 2-match series, right? You play a series of 2 matches. So how it comes to fit in with the Levy Mwanawasa and Hero Stadium is you divide. So you say clubs from let's say Kapirimposhi or Kabwe, somewhere there, going up to the north. That's the northern side, or the east side, or sorry, the north side. You can call it that. And Kapirimposhi coming down, you call it the south side. More like what the NBA does with the All-Star game. Now, with this kind of All-Star game in Zambian football, it requires a lot of marketing from fans, as well as a lot of commitment and engagement with artists. If you can make use of artists on the marketing side of it. So if we have that kind of setup, one game can be played in the north, in Levy Mwanawasa, that would be used as the home ground for the north side of Zambian football, and Hero Stadium can be used as the home ground of the south side of Zambian football. So if we put it in that way, and we market it like it's marketed, overhyped like the NBA All-Stars, it can go really far, like really far. So you can make it special, like you invite fans before the games, starting in the morning. They play outside the stadiums. They have more like a musical concert. Artists like the Kopala Swag, XYZ issues. So if they come to Lusaka, the XYZ crews would take part in that. Like before the game, fans would compete, play 5-a-side matches. Players would come and do signing, taking photos with the fans, and just so many activities like winning prizes with the fans, taking autographs, taking pictures with the fans. So the players are the key stakeholders in this, and fans, if it was to step in. So this match has to be organized strategically, maybe before, when people are hungry to watch football, like before the league starts. Before the league starts. So as if when the league is not yet started, like before the charity shoot, so you organize an all-star match. So how do people organize an all-star match? This involves where like fans start to vote who they want to see in the south side of the all-star team and in the northern side of the all-star team, and they vote who should manage the south side and the north side. So if they get to do that, then the fans have become part of it. Now you put it more affordable and very cheap, like really cheap, such that most people will get the zeal to go to the stadium, right? So if you have that, if you put that, you even organize like a voter match. Now a voter match is more like a 5-a-side match, where you get at least 5 players from a professional team, like let's say an all-star team. You pick 5 players and you encourage fans to say who wants to challenge these guys, like few hours before a match day. You see, few hours before, in fact before the match starts, you play against that team and they win. Whoever wins, they get special prizes. Now if we put it that way, that's a lot. That's really encouraging. And also you can put in an incentive whereby if an all-star match goes to the penalties, you see, the all-star can not only have footballers as well, you can incorporate musicians as well. So if it goes to penalties, you can get the musicians to be the ones to play the penalties for the north side and the south side. So people would want to come there to watch football, watch musicians as well. I mean, who would not want to love to see Slabdi take a penalty against like Torsten Sava, against like Jacob Banda, Tieno? Who would want to see Mark 2 take a penalty, or against Torsten Savata? So such kind of ideas, you incorporate the football part and the musical part with the marketing part. So those are the things that can fill up these two stadiums, like for FAS to help them raise money to manage these two huge stadia, and to raise the money. So it really helps. So if they get to do, for example, FAS has to initiate this, because they would get a lot of revenue, and it should be an annual event, just before the charity shoot, when people are hungry to watch football, when people are hungry to watch. So if they do that, I mean, it's really a big plus. The fans are the key stakeholders in here. Fans have to get involved. Fans have to vote to see which player should play in an All-Star match. So it has to be divided. The northern side, Kapiriponshi going up, they have their own All-Star team. Southern side, Kapiriponshi coming down, they have their own star team, All-Star. So the fans would decide who's starting and who's playing, who's getting substituted. If it goes to penalties, not only footballers should be involved, like famous people from these two areas. We can even bring in MPs to be part of these teams, like to be part of the All-Star teams. So if they are part of the All-Star teams, no natural footballer should be part of the penalty takeouts, like shootouts. Only goalkeepers maybe. So the other people away from football would be encouraged to come and take part in that. And who would win, who would win the match for which side? It should be an annual event. So if it goes to penalties, I mean, who would not want to see Mao Sampa take a penalty against a goalkeeper from the northern side of Zambia? You see, so fans would flock to there. Like even 2 hours before a match day, 3 hours before a match day, you even play a 5-a-side match. Like they encourage fans, say, oh, you're going to play with these players. You get professional players to play against fans, random fans, and fans would be encouraged to play. They even put up those teams jerseys to win. After a few beers here and there, I'm sure, yeah, that's stadium atmosphere. And even after the match, they can also hold a concert, like what we're having right now at Woodland Stadium, the Kopala experience. So you'd have the Kopala and Lusaka experience at the same time, you see. So after a match of an All-Star, like All-Star game, you can have that, where it's football plus the music experience. So fans would really be at the stadium even 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours before the match starts, and it would fill to capacity. And that's a lot of money for fans to maintain the stadiums, to get the stadiums working, not only on finals, like Cup finals, or depending on the national team playing at that stadium. So if that's taken up, it would require a lot of marketing, a lot of stakeholders involved, and a lot of consultation. But clubs must be willing to release their players. I know it can be pre-season, but everything like that. But an All-Star like the NBA, I'm sure most people have watched NBA All-Star. Like you create a series, challenges, penalty challenges. They choose who's our best penalty taker. You see, they create penalty challenges, free kick challenges. From the north-south, they challenge each other. Goalkeeper challenges. Who would save this? Who would save that? So it's a whole big scope, and these kind of activities would draw fans to come and watch a game at a thing that can come to help raise funds for FAS as well, and help out in one way or another, and even create exposure for the Zambia Premier League and the players as well. So it has to be fun at the end of the day. It has to be an annual event, an All-Star event, for everyone to be there, have fun. No strings attached, just fun. Like the way the curling Black Label Cup is done before the season starts, between Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs, something like that. So you can go at a deeper level, different atmosphere. So the whole point is bringing in fans in at the end of the day. So please remember to like and subscribe to this Facebook page, and you can also go on YouTube and subscribe for more of this. Catch me on the other side. Thank you.